thank you for having us here today. My name is Dana Lorberg, as Brenda mentioned. My colleague, Steve Boucher. I'd like to admit I'm a technology geek, and I'm proud of it. I went to school for technology. I graduated with a data processing and quantitative analysis degree, and I have been in the technology field ever since. I work for one of the most technology-advanced companies on the planet, MasterCard. And you may not think of us as a technology company, but instead of me describing it to you, let me just show you. We have a short little video.
While you know us for delivering priceless moments, you should also know we're the technology behind today's advanced payment solutions and the powerhouse processing gazillions of transactions for more than 2 billion MasterCard credit, debit, and prepaid accounts, safely and securely, 24/7, in more than 210 countries and territories and 150 currencies. No other payment brand is more widely accepted. Last year alone, more than $4.1 trillion was spent on our payment products, enough to fly to outer space a few thousand times. Our network can handle 43 billion instructions per second. Average time to process a transaction, 130 milliseconds. 2 times faster than the blink of an eye. Twice as fast as our largest competitor. A whole lot faster and safer than old-fashioned cash and checks. Our network is built to withstand whatever the world might throw at it. Since even our backup has a backup, you can count on us to keep global commerce moving and get every piece of data delivered safely to one of the biggest data warehouses in the universe. Our lawyer said it's safe to say there's no data storage on Jupiter. With petabytes of information, we're providing unique insights to customers and better value for consumers, like more relevant offers and products via ever-evolving technologies. It's a whole new world of payments, and we're at the center, driving innovation. From new products that help businesses operate more efficiently, to chip-based technology that protects cardholders and retailers from fraud. From solutions that help governments save lots and lots of money, to enabling entire countries to bring hundreds of millions into the financial mainstream. All of it while protecting everyone's privacy. And with programs that enable external developers and innovators to build on our technology, we're reinventing payments technology even faster, delivering more meaningful solutions every day for every person in every corner of the world. A people-centric payments technology company. That's us. That's MasterCard.
I just wanted to share with you for a second of my job. My job is the Business Information Officer for Core Payments. So what that means is I have accountability with my team to make sure every single transaction around the planet works flawlessly every time, every day, every hour, every minute, every second. It's a challenging job. It's a daunting job at times. It's an important job. And it's a really, really exciting job. And I just want to share with the students out there, you can have my job and better. Stay in STEM, stay in a technology field. But we're in the midst of a crisis at the moment. We're in the midst of a technology crisis. There are more technology jobs out there than there are kids graduating in the field. If every single kid graduates in the field of technology takes a tech job, we'll still have a significant shortfall. Even if you're not in a tech job proper, technology is so important to every single job we have. So today, in our opportunity to chat with you, we hope to share the kinds of opportunities there are in technology. We hope that you students will think about the STEM curriculum, science, technology, engineering, and math, and stay in those tracks. And educators, we hope to inspire you to think about your curriculum and ensure that it is strong in the STEM field. Steve is going to share with us how MasterCard thinks about teaching our employees and our staff. And we want you to replicate what we teach our employees to teach in the classroom. Steve.
Very good. Thank you very much, Dana. So as the video showed you, we are a technology company, and we're reimagining the world of payments. Innovation is part of our DNA, and as such, we ask our employees to not only think about how they can innovate our products and solutions, but also how they can innovate themselves. Curiosity drives innovation, and we learn by turning curiosity into action. We like to ask our employees, how curious are you? How are you managing your time, and how are you managing your brand? We believe that learning must be easily accessible. It must bring people together, and most importantly, it must be an experience that the learner will enjoy. We provide the tools and resources to help our employees to discover, explore, collaborate, and connect. And like our employees, we challenge all of you to turn curiosity into action. You have the influence over young adults and children to help guide their way, to drive the curricula, to help to motivate them in order to explore STEM careers. But on the same respect, we also encourage you to continue to be lifelong learners. Now, I did not pursue a STEM degree when I went to college. I pursued a liberal arts degree, but the beauty of that is that as a lifelong learner, I can continue to pursue any one of those STEM areas that I feel a passion for and continue to be a lifelong learner. So what we want to do is, again, we want to challenge you to follow that same learning strategy that we have at MasterCard and continue to help facilitate and foster that learning and to help drive that passion for STEM careers for your young adults and children.
You know, Steve, curiosity is so important. And one of the things that we have realized is that kids, as young as even the 5th grade, are dropping out of STEM curriculum. And we asked ourselves, why is this? Why is this happening? We also know that kids aren't exactly sure all the time what they want to be when they grow up. I know my oldest is just about to go to college. He's going to go in the engineering field. He has absolutely no idea either what flavor of engineering. He's not exactly sure he wants engineering. Mom told him to do engineering. We'll see how that works out. So we're really interested at MasterCard in trying to work with kids to help them understand what kind of opportunities there are. We also recognize technology can be daunting. The word technology, and there are so many different kinds of technology jobs. A lot of kids feel like technology is just software development. It's just kind of that software geek, which personally, as I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But there are a lot of different kinds of jobs in technology. There are project managers, there are data scientists, there are product developers. There are salespeople in the technology field, communications. There's such a broad diversity of opportunity for kids, and it's really important to expose kids to the different opportunities that there are. So MasterCard wrote a little app, and we like to take it out to events such as maybe an air show or a place where there's going to be a lot of kids. And we, in numbers, under Steve's leadership, we in numbers go to this event. And I want to share with you the little app that we developed, if we can flip over to that. So it's very easy for the kids. We go to the air show, and we have iPads that have this app on it. And we say, let's take this 6-question app, and let's see if we can find what kind of job is right for you. So I'm just going to take you through this little app. By first, the kids just click Find My Job, and it brings up a question. So, such as, when you solve a problem, you use a solution that has worked for you before, create a solution that's not been tried before, break it down, develop several solutions, find the latest solution and tell everybody about it, or get help from an expert on how to solve it. Now, I would answer the last one, get help from an expert on how to solve it. Amongst your group of friends, you are the one that, for me, asks questions about the idea. When you need to complete a task, several choices here. I, at the last one here, quickly think about how to do it and adjust as I go. That's called agile development for those of you in the crowd. When at an event, and you want to find people to hang out with, I find people that are kind of like me and go to meet them. And when you're faced with a change, you do one of these things. I welcome it. Change is definitely an expected part of life. And lastly, I think this is last, when you think about your future job, I'm kind of a left brain person, so I like to use numbers and math to solve problems. And it tells me I'm a data scientist. Data scientist is a hot field, I have to say. And so what we did with the kids was then we had people that had these jobs. And we put a sticker on the kid and say, you're a data scientist. And then they go and talk to a data scientist that MasterCard employs about what kind of job is that. It's a really fun way. Kids love it. They open their minds to the different kinds of possibilities there are in a technology field. And we know this is really important. So I share this with you because I'd like to gift this to you and say, use this kind of technique. Educators in the crowd, use these kinds of techniques to pass along your different skills and disciplines and get kids excited about technology field.
Good. So when we talk about our technology curriculum, what is the tangible? What really is it? What exactly are you teaching in today's business world, especially at a technology company like MasterCard? So these are what we call our 9 different MasterCard technology pillars. And as you can see here, it runs the gamut as far as the types of topics. But let me give you some examples of maybe some roles that would fit into these. So a software developer is responsible for designing, developing, and delivering the software to our consumers, our businesses or consumers. But what are the skills that we teach? So under software development or under software dev, what we do is we teach those software coding skills such as Java, SQL, C++. In addition to that, we're also teaching software developers the communication and the project management skills to be able to work effectively in teams. Now we'll jump across to mobile and digital. I think it's near and dear to everyone's heart because of those wonderful apps that you use on your personal devices, and many of you have got in your hands right now. So we teach people in the mobile and digital space user experience and user interface. So making that an enjoyable experience when you open up that app is an art, it's a science, and it takes math and it blends it all together to make a very simple app very enjoyable to use, and that's what we do in the mobile and digital space. And then finally, Dana mentioned the data science, or the data scientist role. So in data scientist role, we teach big data. So that is the platforms and the tools for those data scientists to apply complex math equations to be able to find information that helps to drive business. And a lot of times, the output from data scientists will help make the lives of everyone better across the globe. And so if we think about the information that we gather, how do we use and consume that? So we're teaching all of these through the platforms, tools, and technologies with our MasterCard 3.0 curriculum. And again, we talked about reaching outside of your comfort areas. And when you take a look at these technology pillars, we also ask our employees to don't just focus on one area, but focus on many other areas, because what they will do is they tend to intermingle with each other, and they help build a solid base in these different STEM careers.
So let me we have one more message. But before I get to this last message, I just want to share a little bit of the story of MasterCard to explain to you why these different technology skills are so important to us. We consider MasterCard to have gone through a journey. MasterCard 1.0, MasterCard 2.0, and now we feel we're in MasterCard 3.0. So MasterCard 1.0 was when we originally started. We as a company were setting up our franchise. We were establishing the rules of the payments industry, things like standards of how magnetic stripes are on plastic credit cards or debit cards or prepaid cards. We had the knuckle busters, if you remember. I'm sure many of you don't remember. There were little booklets because telecommunications had not really fully deployed in MasterCard 1.0 when our origin of our company. And we had the little booklets where lost cards were in this piece of paper that was distributed to physical merchants. We were growing our brand. We were creating a global acceptance brand. And really, the start of our company was 1.0. We shifted into MasterCard 2.0, where telecommunications started exploding. It was exciting for me as a young technologist to be at MasterCard during MasterCard 2.0. We were wiring the world. I always say we followed the technology and the network, followed the brand, like Coke followed the military. It's a US analogy, I know, but it plays. We were wiring every country up. We've established now an amazing, awesome technology network in 210 countries and territories, as our video said. Authorization activity was happening. Security advancements were occurring. All the exciting things. Our franchise was growing. We became a global brand. We really established ourselves, I'd say, in MasterCard 2.0. Now it's MasterCard 3.0. It's an explosion of technology. The Internet of Things, the digital space, regulation, honestly, in the world that's opening and closing, and nationalistic tendencies, Brexit, China's opening, Russia's closing down. It's just an amazing field in the payments industry and in technology. And it's challenging. It's really, really challenging for us to be able to capture the amazing amount of electronification of payments that there is in the world. So our fields are really important. Our disciplines that Steve talked about are really important to us. Being able to have data scientists that really analyze data well, to do predictive modelings and figure out who's going to buy a car on Saturday after they bought a hamburger on Tuesday, and how to protect the industry and be the most secure payments network on the planet with a lot of advanced technology. And our software developers are really important. Our cryptographers are really important. There's so many skills and disciplines that are so important to us. And that's the explosion of MasterCard 3.0, which is why we have Steve and Janice in our learning curriculum that keeps us fresh with technology. And we hope to inspire you educators to do the same and bring these disciplines to the schools and the curriculums. And one last message that I want to share before our time expires is inclusion in technology is so important to us. Diversity is so important to us. It gives us diversity of thought. It makes us smarter. We have to have different minds sitting around the table, not just the working table, but the board table. We need to think about women, how they think about technology. Women make the majority of the purchasing decisions in the household on the planet. They manage money most on the planet. We also have a global business. What works in Nigeria doesn't work in China. We need to have these different kinds of thoughts. We need African Americans, we need Asian descent, we need Hispanics, we need women, we need ethnicity of all kinds, we need diversity in age, we need millennials, baby boomers, a big mixture sitting at the table. And we encourage all of you, please, my ask, Steve and my and Janice's ask of you, please expose kids to the technology and the awesomeness that it is out there. If you grow them, to help MasterCard find them, and we will keep them. Thank you.